Hello and welcome. I am Dogbert, and I am here to talk about the blog post today because this is quite a tangled web that Screwply is weaving when it comes to Apocalypse. People don't want to hear, oh, you might not get Apocalypse. Apocalypse isn't for you unless you spend a lot of money. Well, today might help you just realize that maybe it really isn't for you. So, what they're talking about, what we kind of knew already, the Tangled Web team is coming. They announced it with this Game Informer article yesterday. So we kind of knew that Spider Weaver was this new character, just like Kestrel and Deathpool. Now we can say, who the fuck is Spider Weaver? Now we actually know. She's Navajo. That's fine. Why Navajo is a Spider Weaver, we don't know. There's some random spider in the desert apparently can give you powers now. I don't know. But anyway, Hero Global Mystic. And of course she's global. So you know what that means. She's required for Apocalypse. We'll get into that in a second. Let's take a look at her ridiculous kit. She will be an event character, so definitely save your cores for her event. You'll want to use them and get a big Spider Weaver by then. So she's going to attack the primary target for 225% damage. Then if she's at 25% health, she attacks again for 125 piercing, plus it applies a bleed. And if she has any negative effects, she clears it from herself. If she doesn't have any negative effects, then she clears a negative effect from a random ally. And if she's at 50, 90, or 100%, she gets to do this more times. So if she's at full health and does her basic, it's 5 attacks. Yes, 5 attacks. That's ridiculous. And there's going to be about 4 bleeds, plus she could clear off 4 negative effects either from herself or from somebody on her team. Great. Okay, let's look at the special. 4/4, so that means you're probably going to be doing this somewhat soon, first or second turn. She gains defense up for 2 turns and offense up for 2 turns. In Crucible, she also gets immunity. If she doesn't have charge, she gains charge. She spreads all positive effects on this character to essentially the entire the Tangled Web allies and 2 other random allies. If you're using the full 3-person Tangled Web ally, that is it. It's only a 3-person team. And the 2 other random allies. So this is kind of like a Brawn thing, but a bit more, what's the word? I can't think of it now. Bottlenecked? No. I'll think of it one day. She heals self and Tangled Web allies for 30% of her max health, so you definitely want her big, because it's based off of her health. And then she heals the other allies for 10%. She attacks primary target for 350%, and rebound changed to 3 adjacent allies for 300% damage. She can hit to stealth. Of course, counterattack breaks it, but this attack's unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Yay. And then we get the ultimate 8/8, so you could probably use this on the first turn if you wanted to. Attack primary target for 550% damage plus apply stun and trauma. In other words, you could stun Doom. Technically, you could stun Dormammu if you could get the immunity off of him. You also gain Safeguard and 3 charged, but in Crucible you get 5 charged instead. This character is going to be a pain in the ass in Crucible. You know it. Well, that's the whole idea behind the team, too. Okay, passive. On spawn, she applies stealth to her to the Tangled Web allies, the other 2. In Crucible, they get Barrier for 30% of her health. Again, you want her big, because everything is coming down to her health. And she buries the other 2 random allies for 30% as well. On turn, she buries herself for 15%. Great. When this character or Tangled Web ally is attacked, she gains an ability energy, plus she gets 10% speed bar. This is to help feed back into this being at 8/8, and even this at 4/4. So when this character is charged, that's where she lowers the accuracy by 100% for all enemies. Now it's interesting they're saying 100%. That means no matter who you are, you're going to miss, because 100% would mean all your accuracy goes, not just 100 accuracy, 100%. We'll have to see if that's actually how it is, If this is a typo and it's supposed to be just lower it by a 100, because most characters have 100 accuracy, except for a few, like Kate Bishop, Hawkeye, Cyclops, Daredevil, they have 200 accuracy. But if it's lowered by 100%, it wouldn't matter what that number is. It wouldn't matter if it's 200, 300, 400. It's 100% of it. Everybody would miss. And when an enemy misses, she will lose a charge. That's where this comes in. So you're probably going to want to use the ultimate first. Get those charges. That means outside of Crucible, it's an automatic 3 misses. And this doesn't, we'll have to see if this even can be, don't think this can be resisted. It's just, it gets lowered, kind of like Emma with her speed down. So this could be another Emma type character, but with accuracy and charges, kind of to keep her under control. This could be something very interesting depending on her speed for Arena. Think about it. If Morgan can't hit you, she can't ability block you. Just saying. But if she's slow, it won't matter. If Morgan can go faster, because don't forget, Mystic. And what happens when we have a Mystic with Morgan? She gets speed bar. So we're going to have to see if there's things we can do to slow Morgan down enough that we can get Spider Weaver to go first to get this, get that accuracy thing down. And here's the big FU. It has been previously mentioned that the 5th and final Apocalypse Saga will have some additional requirements. Spider-Weaver will play a key role in unlocking Apocalypse, as we can officially announce that she is the first required character, more to be announced later to complete the final saga. More details will be revealed in the coming months, but we recommend powering up Spider-Weaver to be ready for the final confrontation. In other words, we are now up to 6 Mystic characters you have to gear, to at least gear 16 just to get a baby Apocalypse, and then gear 17 for the full-blown Apocalypse. And notice that they are not giving us a hard number. Oh, it's only going to be 5 characters total, and this is going to be one of the 5. No, no, no. They are saying additional requirements. They are not committing themselves to a number. Could be 5, could be 10, could be 20, could be 100 more characters for all we know, in order to get Apocalypse. But if this had just been 5, you'd think they would come out and say, oh, the last 5. Nope. Expect to be more than 5, people. I think we're going to see a lot more. Because money! It's all about that money and how they can milk us. And honestly, this is just more things, fuck you, free to play. That's pretty much what it comes down to. If you're free to play, they really don't want you to get Apocalypse. I'm not saying nobody who's free to play won't do it. I'm just saying very few people will do it very quickly. Free to play, even spenders are going to have a hard time, because not only do you have to gear 16, you have to get all the ions. We're up to 21 characters you have to have at T4 Blue ISO level 4, and there's more coming that we don't even know who they are, because we don't know anything about Death officially. We have rumors. Yeah, and the rumors are also saying Kingpin's getting the rework, and we're getting this Kingpin team, Mr. Negative, and, well, look at that. We're getting Tangled Web. So keep on believing all the rumors you want. Until we actually have full disclosure. Then I'll be okay with it. And we don't even know the Apocalypse is going to be good. He should be good. But the fact is, we don't have his kit. We don't have anything on him. We don't know. And the other thing is, it looking like my patch prediction of the second week of September, second full week, being around the 13th, 14th, will probably be when we get a patch. Everything is lining up with what I've been saying. Don't look for Apocalypse until March, April. Let's move on. We're getting Spider-Man 2099, a highly requested character, so get ready, people. You know they're going to fuck us with this one. Hulkbuster again, probably. Hero, City, Bio, at least. Then we got another City character. That's good. He's Spider-Verse, too, so that will help. Attack primary target 300%. Clear 2 random positive effects, plus defy defense down and bleed. In other words, he's a better version of Symbiote Spider-Man. Chain to 1 adjacent target. Clear 2 random positive effects. In Crucible on crit, in other words, he's going to be a raider, people. He prolongs the duration of all negative effects except stun, ability block, and trauma on all targets by 1. This looks to be a phenomenal character just on his basic. It's going to be incredibly annoying in Crucible that he's extending all those debuffs. Plus, he also extends bleed by an additional 1. So that's going to be incredibly annoying. Shock and Awe, 3/3. He gets an ability block. So this means we're probably going to need some focus on him. Hopefully he has good focus. We'll have to wait and see because we're going to be running him as Raider. He attacks primary target and adjacent targets for 350%. Flip offense up. This means that if they have offense up, he'll put it to offense down, and he'll apply bleed. He'll apply offense up for 2 turns to 2 random allies that don't have offense up, prioritizing the Tangled Web allies. In other words, if it's Tangled, it's going to prioritize but not guarantee it. And again, if he crits, he extends all the stuff. Oh, look, unavoidable and cannot be blocked. Isn't that great? This team's going to be a real pain, especially once we get into the Cosmic Crucible changes. Alright, Future Flurry, his ultimate. If the primary target has Death Proof, apply 2 Death Proof to self and allies. Okay. Attack all enemies for 300%. Clear 3 positive effects. Apply slow for 2 turns and defense down for 2 turns. Power creep, anybody? And he fills the speed bar by 20% for him and the Tangled Web allies. And this he just does, period. Doesn't matter if it's Crucible. Doesn't matter where. And this one is on crit no matter where. He'll prolong it. He'll prolong all those effects again. His passive, if Spider Weaver is an ally, gains speed up. He gets that no matter what, so this could be an incredibly fast character. We could be looking at that. But so far I'm liking Spider Weaver the most. On turn, flip 1 random positive effect to a negative effect on each enemy. This just means that going forward, safeguards can become more important to keep our buffs. So that might be their only weakness. This character gains 1,000% each extra focus for each active ability when clearing positive effects from enemies. I'm not sure what that exactly means. We'll have to get some clarification. In Crucible, if Spider Weaver is an ally, lower damage reduction for all enemies with bleed. So if they have bleed, they're going to take more damage. He gives the Tangled Web allies 20% drain and himself drain. He gets 50% focus. They get 50% focus. He gets 50 and he gives them 50. He gets 50% resistance and they get 30% resistance. And in Crucible, they get, oh my god, another 20% resistance. Could you imagine teaming him up with Morgan? Another 20% resistance to her? So there's going to be some interesting combos you're going to make with this team. And we finally got SpiderMan Noir. A Hero City Mystic Blaster. Yes, another Mystic! Just what we wanted. More Mystics! After building Hero Asgardians, Darkhold, Eternals, Dormammu, Doom. Yeah. All of them. Basic. Attack primary target with 300% damage. Gain stealth and 50% chance to gain evade. In Crucible, always gain evade. How nice. Special. Attack primary target for 300% piercing. Attack the most injured enemy on top of that for another 320% piercing. This is a ridiculous one. If the primary target does not have any negative effects, he gets 50% speed bar. Dear Lord. Ultimate. Attack. Oh my god, 350%. This is nuts. Adjacent targets, 300% piercing, plus applying bleeds and heal block. If he has stealth on top of this, which if on spawn he would, thanks to Spider Weaver, disrupted for 2 turns. Is that only in Crucible that she gives the stealth, or is that wherever they are at? Where is the stealth? Bear. This character. Oh, yes, I forgot about Spider-Weaver. Enemies killed by her cannot be revived. That's a Dormammu FU there. 100% accuracy. We talked about that. Where is the stealth? Apply stealth. Nope, it's just whenever they are at so. Let's go back to Noir. In other words, on the first turn, you can apply Disruptive for 2 turns to the primary target if somebody has like a taunt or something coming up. This is why they're making them Mystic and not like Bio, because the only Bio character is 2099. They don't want to make those Bio nodes any easier in Doom raids? No. Could he make Bio easier? Maybe. Self and all allies get death proof. If we could replace somebody on Web Warriors. I guess I'm thinking out loud here. Alright. In Crucible, if health is full at start of the match on spawn, he gains revive once. With 50% of this character's max health. So he has to be over 50% and he gets revive. I don't know. I'm not sure. Wait, that doesn't make sense. If health is full at start of match on spawn, he comes back with 50%. Sorry, I misread that. This character deals an additional 50% damage to any Hydra or Swarm allies. Who the hell is going to be using Hydra against this team? I don't know. When an enemy gains a positive effect, I mean, this could be useful. Because he's City. If there's any Hydra, I forget if there's any Hydra inside the Dark Dimensions or not in City. I know it's out there in like Cosmic. I'll have to look. When an enemy gains a positive effect, he gets 10% speed bar. He gains just have 15% damage and gives the Tangled Web another 15%. Why not? In Crucible, if Spider-Weaver's there, then the non-Tangled Web Tangled Web. Oh, is it Tangled Web Spider-Verse or is it Tangled Web or Spider-Verse? You get 15%. And we're officially going into Cosmic Crucible Season 1, and they are now making subdivisions. There could be another division called Grandmaster, where the top Krakens can play by themselves. Leagues will also now be defined based on a set amount of tribunal rating. The additional demotion rating will be implemented to give a bit of leeway. If you need 1,725 points to get to Diamond 2, however, to get demoted, you have to go down to 1,700 points to go down to Diamond 1. So a little bit of leeway. Please note, because the new relationship between a player might get lower because they're going to knock down our scores, essentially. No way I could see this going wrong. They say that we're going to get more rewards. We'll have to wait and see. My prediction's always been they're going to give us more and more T4 ions. It's going to get easier and easier to get those, which they're saying they're going to add. Like I said, I'm telling you, the real cash grab is going to be blue. It's going to be the level 5 ions. Cosmic Crucible, Tangled Web, blah, blah, blah. Power up these teams to thrive in Season 1. They're doing some quality of life. You'll be matched against first high-rated Cosmic Crucible. Will be matched against different players on a more regular basis. And then there was the top people who were just playing with themselves again. They're going to get rid of the autofill. Thank God. I know that cost me the one time. And they'll finally give updates on when trials are occurring. And we get new stage rules now. This is what gets really interesting, is these new stage rules. Global rule means pretty much, I imagine it means all rooms. Doesn't matter. Hero mutants gain 50% damage, 15% damage reduction, 100% focus, 500% resistance. On turn, hero mutants clear revive once and immunity from all enemies. Defending characters have 20% health and 10% damage. Get ready to face unlimited X-Men, Uncanny X-Men. Who else am I forgetting? X-Factor. Axemen themselves. Get ready for them all in these inside here now. They're going to be very interesting in that they can clear revive once and immunity from all enemies. That's going to be very interesting. This is going to pretty much say Unlimited will absolutely kill a Dormhold now. So, no special rules in 1 and 2, except for that global rule. Now, Stage 3, Spider-Mania unspawned. Spider-Verse characters gain Safeguard for 2 turns and 2 Deflect. Could we see Tangled Web here? Could we see mix and match with like some symbiotes with Tangled Web? Or more likely the Web Warriors here? And don't forget Spider-Verse also means Sinister Six too, people. There's Spider-Verse as well. Latent power on end of turn. Global heroes gain offense up. That's going to be interesting. Secret Avengers, anybody? Biological temperament. Oh, actually, global heroes would also go to the Gamma team. Well, Hulk. I think that's it. Biological temperament in turn in room 5. On turn, bio characters apply offense down to a random enemy without offense down. Very interesting. And then stage 6, legendary characters gain 50% damage. Gee, I wonder where people are going to put Darkhold with Morgan Le Fay. Or are we going to start seeing Horsemen combined in here? And don't forget, legendary characters could also mean characters like Iron Man, Shuri, Star-Lord, all of them. They also legendary characters gain 3 turns of defense up and Safeguard. Omega Red, here we come. Imagine him. On turn, legendary characters remove all negative effects from themselves and they gain speed up. Dear Lord, Morgan's gonna be a pain in the ass. More so. Hulk Hunter events, we're getting the coordinated assault again. Spend that. We're getting power of attorney. We can get the lawyer suit for She-Hulk. You can also pick other costumes. Who really cares? Mutated cells. The blood is available at 30. And just looking at this, it looks like this might be an offer down here. These two. Who knows? We'll see. And now we get the Blitz with Public Defender milestone. Oh, look, you have to blitz with Gamma to get some more points. Well, at least they gave us Defenders because, let's face it, free-to-play aren't going to have the full Gamma team because you can't really get an Abomination until this month-long event, so we'll have to see when this is. Does it give a date? September 7th. Congratulations. Blitz with a character. So this is pretty much for if you spent money on Abomination, and you're probably going to have to buy Brawn by then. I imagine Brawn will be out this weekend, if not Labor Day at the latest. You get extra points, and you get to blitz less, because you'll be getting all those extra points. But here's a bone for free-to-play with Defenders. Don't forget that means Daredevil, Jessica Jones as well. That's the original Defenders, not Heroes for Hire, so no Colleen, no Shang-Chi. Let's see, we need 17,000 points. That shouldn't be too bad, just doing things in my head. Fighting Force Web milestone. Oh, I hope you built A-Force because you get extra points for doing a war battle with them. Captain Marvel charge, briefcases. Okay, this is how you get some more briefcases. 20,000 points. So you get 500 points for a win, 200 points for each A-Force. Yeah, okay. Hope you built A-Force. We're getting a Weapon X Quick Rumble on September 9th. So it looks like Quick Rumble has been moved to Friday now. And their whole big character availability is Valkyrie is going into Orbs. Don't worry about Wednesday, the first of the month. You're not getting any characters this month. Fuck you, players. And Alpha Raids Paydays this weekend. Omega Red is coming back next week. Quick Rumble Blitz. Get fucked, Commanders. Until next time, everybody.